What do you do in the evening when you don't know what to do? Read a book, play a game, every night is just the same. What do you say if I tell you how to keep from feeling blue? My advice is good to take and it's easier to do. When you're all alone, any old night, and you're feeling out of tune, pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, you'll be feeling better soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Look, look, look at the stars above. Look, look, look at those sweeties love. Oh boy, give me a night in June. I mean it, all you got to do any old night when you're feeling out of tune. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. When you make a date any old night, gonna meet your sweetie soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, that's the only place to spoon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Walk, walk, kissing and walk again, talk, talk, kissing and talk again, oh joy, sweethearts are all in tune. I mean it, when it's raining out, stay in a room, but on a lovely night in June, here's what to do, sweetie, and you just get out and get under the moon. If you're with a girl and she is cold, says she doesn't want her spoon, don't you feel blue? Here's what you do, just get out and get under the moon. If you feel a kiss and she gets sore, she'll forget it mighty soon. Don't stop to fret, she'll learn to pet when you get her under the moon. Indoors, there's not a thing to do. In-laws walk in and out on you. Oh boy, sister and brother too. I've tried it, just take my advice. If she is nice, nice as any night in June, just take her hand, she'll understand, and get out and get under the moon.
Good evening, everyone. What is going on? Hey, Jessica. Hey, Danny. Hey, Ashton. Hey, Jim. What's up, guys? Mike's running a little bit late, so currently I am on here by myself. So just letting everybody get in, let Mike catch up with whatever he's doing. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Pretty slow for us lately, so not a lot to talk about. There's been quite a bit of news as far as smaller haunts closing for the season. We'll probably touch on a few of those. There's other than that, though, I mean, everything's just kind of churning along. Hey, 13, you are absolutely welcome. Of course, when we started this, we knew we were going to do, we were going to start off with you guys, because you are definitely one of our biggest supporters, and we cannot thank you enough. So we definitely wanted to start off with you. Yeah, guys, sorry about Wednesday. It was more of like, we do these things 3 times a night, or a week, and it gets to be a lot, and there's not a lot of time to do other stuff. And there's so many things that we've been working on that have kind of drawn our attention to get that stuff done. But we should be back on schedule now. Other than that, I'm just kind of waiting for Mike to get here, see what he's got to say. It should be fairly short tonight, even though it's an after dark. There's really, really not much going on. Oh, I think I hear Mike knocking right now. So we will just go over a few things and then probably end it fairly early, just because, like I said, there's not much going on.
Yay!
Hey, I hear me.
Yeah, it's been a day. Hey everybody, sorry I'm late. What the hell ever.
It's Friday, whatever, man.
Yeah, it's 300-degree Friday.
Yeah, hot down there. It's really awkward to do this intro by yourself.
Sorry about that. I don't know what. No, I was kind of running around, took a shower, getting ready, blah 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 blah, and then I had a neighbor snag me, and I didn't have my phone with me to know what time it was, and of course it's still daylight out there, and I'm like, wonder what time it is, and I came in here, I'm like, oh well, I'm late. Not much I can do about it now.
Oh, Ashton, is there anything
Everybody.
going on as far as your work schedule? Have you heard anything? I know they're cranking up, you know, they got all the parks open now, I think, right? Yeah, you didn't really miss much. Everybody just said hello. Do the random intro. I remember everything about the Twister ride, actually. It wasn't my favorite thing, but I love the movie. And I've been through the ride. I actually went I think like 2 days after it opened.
I like Twister. I hate that they got rid of it, but
Yeah,
I haven't seen whatever replaced it.
The effects are super cool.
Yeah.
Only thing I didn't like about it was just more standing. if it was like a sit down, you know, give me 10 minutes to watch this, you know, fun time, then that'd been great. All right, so we got 13 Skeletons. Got the theme set for this year. 13 Skeletons and the Halloween Machine. Rube Goldberg inspiration. That's awesome. That is super awesome. Very cool. What's up, Zach?
I think they did. I think they had the truck, but don't quote me on it.
Yeah. I'm almost positive they did. It was off on the left back, I believe, of the I'm almost certain it was there. I always got wet or burnt. No in between. That's funny. That's super cool, 13. When are you gonna start like when do they actually start? You have a plan for this year as far as like when you're gonna start having them emerge? I know it was plowed into a building for Halloween Horror Nights.
Which one, Ashton? Do you know which Horror Nights it was?
Okay, so you're gonna start on 10-1. Awesome. I can't wait to follow along with that. It's gonna be so cool. And I'm super stoked to go see it this year, so even better. The dude that played Sanders asked me. Oh, that's cool.
Where's everyone tonight?
Well,
Maybe
it's
they're late like me.
yeah, it's Friday and we missed Wednesday, so that generally has a little bit of a fall off, so it happens. Maybe 2009. Um I don't know. Going audio, can't read comments, jogging. Well, you enjoy your jog. What are you listening to us on? Just on Facebook, or you? Oh, you have to be listening to us on Facebook. We're not simultaneously streaming to Spotify right now. I'm dumb.
Unless you listen to a podcast, which is not a live one.
Something to do with cannibals. What's up, Mark? Dude, I saw so many reports of Disney rides breaking down. Let's see. Hoping for a good time. Somebody needs to tag Javi too, because he doesn't show up unless you tag him. He's like Beetlejuice. Uh huh.
You might be listening to another stream or something.
Probably. I did say Beetlejuice, yes. Oh I promise you, like within next week, we're gonna have things a little more organized on here.
No, hell no. Make it boring.
Just on my end, because I have things I need to send out to some people. As far as invitations go and planning things. I got an email from a certain Halloween store saying they are hiring. Oh, well, that's good to know. I know that whole hoax thing that was going around got a lot of people.
Just don't touch anything in the store. Yeah, Mark doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I saw the massive hoarding of the splat. That has become such a freaking issue for everything, though. When they released the new Real Ghostbusters inspired Ghostbuster toys, everybody bought all of them and they just went online immediately. It's ridiculous.
Well, now I want to know which rides are breaking at Disney because that's
well, I saw the new what the heck is the name of that runaway train at Studios, whatever it's called now. I don't even know what it's called anymore.
I know what you're talking about, but
it's the thing that replaced the Great Movie Ride. It's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Rail or something. Yeah, Peter Pan and now Mermaid Fun.
Sounds rather pornographic. Mark, but that's okay.
Let me go ahead and start liking these things so I get all the
all the likes.
We don't have any likes on this stream, so you guys want to go ahead and drop us a like and possibly share. That'd be great.
There you go. There's some
likes. Only gonna say once.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, Runaway Railroad.
Not my ride, not my problem.
Hey, that ride to me, I don't know. It everybody said how good it was supposed to be, and to me it looks boring. Yeah, I love the Great Movie Ride. I'm really sad that it's gone. I mean, it had an actor in it, Anything that actually has actors is great. And the animations in there are super weird. I'm not a fan of that animation style that they did for that ride.
Carousel of Progress. Wow.
I like the carousel. It's a good place to go relax for a little bit.
Yep.
It's pretty much up there with the Spaceship Earth. I mean, it's a good place to go chill out and have a little ride through. Of course, one of my favorite rides is the damn People Mover. I could ride that thing all day. And in fact, I usually end up doing that because I get fed up with all the crowds and stuff. It is kind of Ren and Stimpy like. That's true. I don't know what is going on with my audio, but my headphones have everything set to like deafen, so I feel like I'm just in a wall of silent space right now.
Really? Like, do they have like a noise canceling feature? I can't do noise canceling headphones because I can actually hear the noise canceling part.
Kind of. I mean, they've always been sort of on the quiet side, but I don't know. It's just strange. It could just be because I'm off because of the way the intro started. I'm not in a groove. I feel like I'm flailing around right now.
I'm sorry,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, whatever.
it is what it is. Hell with it. Hey, Ellen.
Hey, Mom. Yeah.
I'm off. I'm off because it's just like, there was quite a few things that we're going to try to like put out there, and like
Yeah.
technology just went straight to shit tonight or today. I can say that because it's Friday night.
Oh, I know. That'll be fine.
We might be Mark. Who knows? Just don't do anything to the mermaid that we know you might do.
We might be. I don't. It's not going to be very long. I'd be amazed if it ended up being an hour, honestly. Unless we just find some random topic to talk about that's just going to like drag things on that I'm not even realize that it's an hour and a half to 2 hours.
I will say that I think I'm getting a little bit dismayed by people, not y'all, but we're seeing more people who are now really becoming despondent about Halloween canceling, and I'm like, it's just going to cancel if you keep saying that, because you're just not going to, not y'all, but people are just, they're starting to like just decide that, well, the hell with it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yep.
Really sucks.
Yeah, 13. James and I a while ago, we kind of predicted that the further we get closer to the Halloween season, that more people were probably going to cancel, and it is sad.
Yeah, we try to stay on top of as many of them as possible, and we don't do just the United States either. We're trying to do the world over, because
yeah, because
it's everywhere.
We have our fingers in everything, just like Mark.
Yeah. So Halloween Horror Nights being weird is an understatement this year. I want to preface that with, I think it's an incredibly stupid idea for them to have their 30th year this year. It's dumb.
Yeah, some of the cancellations that we posted, they've actually said this was going to be our X anniversary, big time, whatnot. And they said, you know what, we're just going to cancel it, and we'll just pretend this didn't exist and do it next year. So it's not like other fairly good sized haunts and theme park style haunts aren't doing it. So I think it's kind of greedy on their part, personally. Or they may do it this year and just call it a blank year, like it's not really the 30th. Or they, wait a minute, they're already saying it's the 30th, aren't they? Yeah, well, they're stupid.
Well, like the like let sleeping clowns sleep. I mean, what are they gonna possibly be able to do that's gonna make things run smoothly and maintain the numbers they have to maintain? I've already seen the photo. I've seen two different photos now. Um, of them dismantling the houses at Hollywood's. By dismantling, I mean I think they moved one plant and a piece of wood. But yeah, and the sad part is they need to let people know. There's so many people that like live their year around Halloween Horror Nights. Like at this point, they're just being mean by not having something.
Yeah, they've got a lot of long-term fans that I think they're really pooping on right now. Um, even if they were 13, I saw that question by the way. Um, Even if they were to say, "Hey, look, we're going to do it. It's going to be low key. Thank you so much for being part of it," or just saying, "No, we're not going to do it," but just to lead everybody on with all this stuff and not make any announcement whatsoever is kind of crappy. 13, the home haunt registration. We haven't had a lot of people submit. So James and I are just actively going and finding them.
Yeah, it would be so
We're
much
on the hunt.
easier if people would send us stuff. Um, hey Tara, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna do our own um investigations and finding our own stuff. I'm adding
And I think,
things, and it's
yeah,
going. We're getting there.
and I think if we push it more, I mean, we've only made one super post across several groups, and it may be something just to kind of keep poking at people. We did it in a lot of groups that probably a very small subset of people, like you can have a group of 40,000 people and maybe 100 of them actually participate. So, um, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's true
We're
too.
definitely not like dismayed by it. It's just um we're we're taking it upon ourselves to find this information. I know
Yeah, cool.
eventually more people will get on board with it.
I'm just more dismayed that there's more and more people talking about like Halloween getting canceled. Like you can't cancel Halloween.
Yeah.
Um,
You can
it just
cancel a
evolved.
Halloween party, but you cannot cancel Halloween.
Right, right. So we're still full force. You know the drive-bys, the passing out. Sorry, yeet the treats.
Yeet
We're
the
gonna yeet the
treats,
treats.
yeah. I would have shared
um,
that post. That post was good.
yeah, that was actually super ultra funny. But um, some people just they get a. It's kind of like Halloween Horror Nights. You get some people that Halloween to them is Halloween Horror Nights, and that's cool. But guess what? What if it doesn't exist one year? What if it is super low key where you're like bummed with it? Then you're going to be bummed. Halloween is all kinds of different things. Halloween is a it's not just a season. It's a way of life. So, um, Zach, aren't you supposed to be jogging?
He's jogging and typing. That's a skill right there.
Um,
Yeah, don't let us interfere with your physical fitness.
yeah, I'm not gonna have somebody say that they couldn't get their jog on because they they had to stop at a park bench to.
Yeah, we'll do a Halloween party online. I don't care.
Yes.
Everybody get on your cameras, join the call, and we'll just have one big ass Halloween party online. And then
We'll
everybody
put a
can be
big
happy.
picture. We'll put a big picture of candy corn on your screen, and you can sit there and lick your LCD screens.
Yeah, I actually asked my mom today about that. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? We need to go get the stuff and I'm working on getting the fencing out for the front yard.
16 totes. I laugh at your 16 totes.
That's just the beginning.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I actually have started around here. I have actually started gathering everything. Of course, at my house, it's everywhere. So, and then I every year, excuse me, every year I buy a ton of 90% off stuff. Just like I go into like a complete and utter haze, and I'm like 90% off. Sure, I'll take that. There's some things I leave on the shelves. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need 5,000 rolls of crate paper that'll just sag into hell and back. But um, I find things that from a couple of years ago or whatever still in a tote, brand new. Pull the batteries out, but it's brand new. And I'm like, when the hell did I get this? And I'm like, oh, this came from Walgreens or this came from CV. I know where it came from because you can tell by the tagging, but I forget. I forget that I have. I forget. I just, God bless America. I forget so much. So that's what I'm doing this year. I am super coordinating so I know what I have and what I don't have, which is typically if somebody says, "Do you have so and so?" I do. I'm like, okay, shit. You're having a year off and partying in the garage, Tara? Okay, that's cool.
Halloween is whatever makes you happy.
Sure. If you sit in your garage and eat candy and throw some, eat some at the kids.
Eat the treat. It's still a great hashtag. I don't care. I hate hashtagging, but I will hashtag that one.
Yeah, that one's actually pretty good. So yeah, I personally think, and we've said this before, that we can be the coordinators of people decorating their houses again. It's all about rallying the cause and keeping Halloween alive. Even like say, like with 13 Skeletons, even if they do this wonderful display that changes, and people have to stay in their cars and they just slow down to a crawl and love it. That is the idea. I know, a lot of people, 1,500 plus professional haunted attractions just in the United States, they rely on this time of year to make a ton of money. Same as vendors. That's the sad part. But for the rest of us common folk, we can definitely decorate a house. Or like me, I'm going to have to do half a block.
Yeah, I've been commenting on a lot of different group posts when everybody's like, they're canceling Halloween. And like, no, just decorate decorate your house, do the yard. Like, there's so many things you can do that still maintain that Halloween spirit.
Yeah, I think people literally just think that
It's got to be a
it's
haunt.
almost like, or it's just like, well, if I can't throw candy in kids' bags, then why even decorate? And it's like, no, you've got to decorate. People will drive by your house like all the time if you decorate. That's the idea, is to keep the spirit of it alive.
these conversations tonight, I tell you.
I am kind of surprised Jabby's not here.
I think that was the third time. He should pop up any moment now.
Hello. And let me talk about my junk.
Riley.
What's up, Harley? I think we should. I say we should make shirts, but
Oh yeah,
printed. So what the hell's the
we definitely need to get those stickers.
Oh, eat the treat.
Eat the treat sticker.
Did you tell everybody about the print on demand stuff? Is that something we were gonna like let everybody know for right now, or
No. Uh, I didn't really get into anything. Like, just did the formal, hey everybody thing.
Mike? Mike's dead.
It's just said you were running late.
Yes, I guess just let everybody know for right now, and this is across the board. Actually, there's several. I was going to tell you this if I came in a couple minutes early, but there are a couple of places that, like Hunters Against Hate, they're having issues with getting print on demand stuff. But Paul, I think what he does, he gets a chunk of stuff printed and then he sells it like from his house. He's running out of stuff, and he's like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it because he's having problems. So just to let everybody know, we have shut down the merchant store for the moment because delivery times or production times are just they're kind of absurd. Um, so we've just kind of shut it down for the moment.
Yeah, it's just a temporary thing. This virus situation's really making stuff complicated as far as the shipping and printing goes. And we're better off waiting until things get back to a decent shipping time frame. I don't want people to order stuff and it be out for 21 days
or 41.
Yeah,
or 31. So all the companies that we use continuously promise that they are adding production abilities. So we believe them, but as it stands right now, they're still having production and delivery time issues. So, like James said, we're just gonna shut everything down for the moment on that. 13 skeletons. I have a few ideas that has Mr. Dolos in a section of the Halloween machine. I hope it's okay, and I'll be contacting you guys sometimes in the near future. I'm pretty sure many moons ago, 13, we gave you full reign to incorporate. So yes, so just let us know what we can do for you to make that happen. But yes, that would be a privilege and an honor.
Oh, absolutely, totally.
So yes, if it involves something we've got to get printed, you should have let us know 2 months ago. I'm kidding.
Speaking of, hold on. If at all possible, 13, can you send me a picture of the ornament that you received? Because I ordered 2 and I got my 2. And I'm just curious to see how the one you got is, because I am not super thrilled with the 2 that I got. And it's like a navy blue when it should be black. So I'm just curious to see if they somehow screwed things up so badly that when I got mine, they were way off, or if it's been crappy the whole time. Just whenever you get a chance. It's not a rush or anything. I already have a message out to them complaining, so.
13 said yes, but I'm not sure exactly what the yes, which part was.
Maybe he was just saying yes, he can send me something.
Danny, have you heard from Jay?
Yeah, what's going on with Jay? He should be doing tours tonight, I think.
Running oddly around the city. I watched a few videos and I couldn't quite figure out what was going on.
Hey, what's up, Vic? How you doing, man? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yay. If you weren't late, Vic, you would realize I was late. How about that?
Whole thing's late.
How about that? The whole thing is late.
I did start it at 9 though, so just saying.
Well, I appreciate it. Sorry, like I said, sorry. And I'll tell you off kilter what God this has been. Jeez, H. But he's working tonight.
Yeah, I figured you probably had some tours stuff going on.
That's great. Speaking of, we have pretty much all the information we need from Jay for the eye socket blood. So we will try to get that up. It's some other issues we're having with other technologies. So we're going to try to get that up ASAP.
He said yes, Danny.
Yay, it's Jay. What's up?
Yeah, I think she tagged you because we were talking about you. It's
Yeah,
nothing important. Go back to work, Jay.
Um. So yeah, we're gonna try to get that. Uh,
You did your first live stream on YouTube. As always, technical difficulties. Yeah, man, the first few are going to be rough. It, we've done how many? 40 something ish so far?
this has got to be at least 45, 46 or something like that.
And yeah, we still run into technical issues. It happens. Oh no, you got rained out. That sucks. Damn, you're on the ball with the emotes tonight.
I'm trying. I'm finally getting to a groove.
I almost undid what you did.
Oh, I've done a few of yours and had to put them right back. I'm like, oh crap. Whew. But yeah, we need some rain here, Jay. So send it this way.
13. That is a very good question, and to answer it, yes and a no.
What James said.
We're working on it. He will be complete, yes. Just a design thing with us, so.
Yes. I've got to yeet some treats up in my face so I can go a little faster.
There's just so much stuff that we have going on that, like, it honestly, sometimes it's overwhelming.
Way over, yeah. And then when you have things that you've gotten done and you think they're flowing pretty good and they just completely burn in hell.
And it does. Honestly, look, skipping Wednesday actually kind of bummed me out now that I think about it, because like the amount of stuff that we do, and then it's like it gets frustrating because some of the stuff is so damn complex, and just like certain systems are very convoluted, and it gets to a point, it's like, why am I doing this? And you start to like burn out. But then when we do these and we talk to people, it's fun again, and I remember why we're doing it, and it's so these live streams make this, like, all the work worth it, honestly.
Yes. Well, I mean, James, we thoroughly enjoy the live streams. We do. And yes, Wednesday was really my call. So if anybody wants to bitch, it's Friday. It's Friday after dark. I just like I said, this whole week, hell, like I said, I was a couple minutes late for the Friday night, but so everybody can just bitch at me about Wednesday. But like James said, there's a lot of technical stuff behind the scenes that we're trying to do, and then to try and keep the coals burning. And
plus it's July, so like, yeah, we do things all year, and we're gonna continue to do things all year, but there is that lull, like, where it's just you're kind of going about, normal yearly business.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, I mean, not that we're going to make a habit of it, but there'll probably be a very small handful of a couple nights we'll miss. But it is extremely likely we'll make those up the closer we get to haunt season, because, we may be doing 4 or 5 streams a week.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Y'all will get ultra tired of it just because so many things are happening. So the few that we miss now, while it's excessively ball hot in July, once again, totally sorry about that. I know we bummed some folks out. Like I say, we were bummed out, but everybody can just bitch at me about it, and then I'll just flip you off virtually, and we'll be good. Helen's like, hell no. I will say though, going back on Sunday night was a blast. I'm going through and I'm writing down all the stuff that the movies, and I've been clickety clacking and looking for them, like on Prime or whatever, and so that was completely awesome.
Yeah, it's like
But
how we're trying to help keep the Halloween vibes going all year for everybody else. It also helps personally for me. It helps me stay you know, intertwined in everything. So
yes,
this is
yeah,
actually, it's good for me as much as it is for everybody else, I think.
yeah. Of course, with me, uh, I'm surrounded constantly by Halloween. You have no idea, people. But yeah, these are, like I said, it Wednesday night when I told James, I'm like, I'm not feeling it, and we didn't really have a lot for Wednesday, and that's it's like James said, we kind of got to get back into the groove of getting the guests, uh, an itinerary. Um, I've got to get back in the groove of working on some of the other back end technologies and catching up with podcasts and all that stuff. That right now, let me find some wood. There's some wood. Knock on wood. The podcasts are still running. I will confess right now, I almost broke them today accidentally. That'll be the first time James hears it too. But there was probably about 5 minutes today where probably the podcast nowhere worked. And I was like, oh, Jeebus McMeow meow. I just broke it. So I went and fixed it real quick. But so yeah, the podcasts are still working. So that's a good thing. And we still have plenty of things that we're going to announce. They're technologically intertwined themselves, so that's why we keep having to push some of these things back. That's what happened early this morning. We had some. We would have made an announcement tonight, but
Things happen.
technology. It just to hell with it. I'm just. I was ultra done with it half the day, but that's the idea, is to keep you all excited because y'all keep us excited. And if you see anybody saying, oh, cancel Halloween, yada, 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 just, say, look, part of this group, Hunters Anonymous, and they're forcing me by order of death to tell you that Halloween is not canceled. And if they don't like it, they can join in, and we'll tell them that order of death, Halloween's not canceled.
Yeah, you know what? We actually do need to come up with a date. We're going to do this virtual Halloween party. I don't give a crap. It's going to happen. It's going to be some night in October. It's just going to be a random Halloween party online.
Yeah, it's fun. The funny, sad part is if more people knew about Second Life, we could do a virtual Halloween party, but they just got bought, by the way. It kind of sucked, but nobody knows what the hell that is except you. So there you go.
That would actually be kind of cool, but that would involve so much technology that I think people.
Oh, Jesus. The learning curve would be just, no. We would lose every person that we ever built up because they're like, go on Second Life. And they'd be like, oh. And then people's laptops would be catching on fire because their video cards can't handle it. And yeah, no. It's just a cool thought.
Yeah, for sure.
That's literally all it is.
I've actually got a pretty cool game that I might play one of these Friday nights on stream. It's a super cool, like, Halloween quest game. There's these monsters that are taking over this neighborhood, and you have to go around collecting costume parts. And once you complete the costume, you get like these abilities, and you go around trick or treating at all the houses. It's
holy hell.
Yeah, like you go and you get like a piece of the costume from somebody that you go to their house to trick or treat, and you have to discover the monsters by, like, finding out, if they're actually participating in trick or treating or not, and asking them questions. It's interesting. It's called Costume Quest.
What What platform is it on?
It's a Steam game on the PC.
Oh, sweet.
It's very cartoony, so it's a very good like kind of kid game. But it's got pretty good
Speaking of-
mechanics. Pretty fun.
Speaking of not to somewhat change the subject, but did that person ever get a hold of you to get their prize?
No, I've heard not one word.
All right.
I'm gonna give it another week, so by next Friday I'll know.
Oh, that works.
I figured 2 weeks is plenty of time to claim a free gift.
Yes, that's not black for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. When you take a picture of it, it looks black. When you're looking at it in lighting, it is very much navy blue.
Wow.
And if you move it
Right.
at a far enough distance, it becomes black, but I think that's just the way the lighting is.
Well, if you have to finagle something to make it look the color it's supposed to be, there's something wrong with it.
It's not horrible, but it's not up to my standard of what I want to
But
put
you
out
said
for
it-
people.
But you said it wasn't crisp either, right?
It really is, and it's kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, it's there. It's either their print method or it's the lamination method. You know, however they've sealed it on there, it runs or something.
Now,
Like, not runs, but
the pop sockets I have that we had custom made from my sister, they are amazing. They are very crisp, and they're black. So, anybody wants pop sockets, we have those for sale.
yeah, we'll get oh my God, yet another. Well, okay. Before I promise anything, I got to figure out that one technological issue we had this morning.
I think it'll be a lot easier if we limit it to the 2 items that we have control over. It's just going to be the payment processing. It's going to be that part.
Well, that's the well, the thing with that is we can go to the auxiliary one
Yeah.
if we need to. So since we're not relying on the bridge. Everybody's like, what the hell are they talking about? Wouldn't you like to know? Let's see, 13 Skeletons. I'm going to have a section of the Halloween machine where there's a outhouse on a 4-foot platform with a clown. The clown, oh God, a clown. Is it vaping? The clown gets scared. What comes out below? Jelly beans, Skittles, any ideas? I bet Daddy might know.
You
Oh,
don't want to
God.
know what Jabby would suggest.
My God. Why would you even ask Shabby 13? What's wrong with you?
That does sound awesome, though.
You know better than to ask Shabby what's coming out of an outhouse. Oh my God. Now he's gonna show up and go like, ah. That is cool though. But it's not legit unless you have a vape pen in its mouth.
I don't know what you said nope to, but I'm just going to like it. Oh, don't ask
Yeah.
Jabby.
Don't ask Jabby. Let me go back and reread that question so we can all assume what Jabby's going to say. The clown gets scared what comes out. Jelly beans, Skittles, any ideas?
I think Skittles personally would be hilarious.
Yes.
But I like Skittles more than I like jelly beans, so it could be a bias,
Oh my
I guess.
God. Oh my God. You could make it just disgusting and have it be cotton candy. The slow moving cotton candy just shooting out of there.
Silly string.
God. All right, now I'm just kind of curious. Let's see, what would come out of a clown to get scared in an outhouse? I agree with James. Skittles is actually kind of funny, but
Yeah, I did the brighter colors, and I don't know. I personally would vote for Skittles over jelly beans.
but now I can think of like, well, you can have a bubble machine. That'd be kind of funny. See, cotton candy, slow moving cotton candy. I think bubbles would be kind of funny. Uh,
Ooh, you know what would be really cool? The fog bubbles. Just
the
the
fog bubble.
random pops of fog out there.
You can have, you can just have random um balloon animals, and then you feel bad for the clown. You're like, that had to have been hard to pass. Oh, wait a minute, dude. I know. Well, no, that'd be so hard to do. So what you do is you get the clown on the outhouse, and he gets scared, and actually a little miniature car comes out. You know, it's all reverse. Well,
We're
I thought
derailing
funny.
hard right here.
We are super derailing. Poor 13's like, I'm never asking them anything again.
You just
I got to
up
figure out what
the
my
complication factor of that project by like 1,000.
yeah. He's like, I'm just not gonna do it. Speaking of though, I've got to figure out what my theme's going to be this year. I don't know. Oh, it needs to trigger the next reaction, so bubbles won't work. Um,
I'd go with Skittles or cotton candy.
yeah,
I feel like you'd have to put a
Skittles.
lot of cotton candy though, to trigger something like that.
You could put the Skittles in the cotton candy.
Oh, there you go. Skittles
that?
and cotton candy. Yep.
Now
There
I
it is.
actually I want to eat that now, so I got to go make that at some point.
Sold.
Sold. Yeah, I got to figure out what my theme's going to be. I last year it was kind of like a voodoo shack sort of cemetery slash swamp kind of put together kind of thing. And the other side of the house was going to be a clown. It was going to actually be a circus, but I kind of ran out of time and energy, so it was kind of like a deserted circus because I put the lights up to stop working on it. So I pretty much deserted it.
You had a big ass pirate ship one like 2-3 years ago, didn't you?
Several years ago, yeah. It was a sinking pirate ship. There's a possibility I may do that again. The only thing, and I gave all those pipes away because actually they were starting to warp. The PVC was getting warm in the sun, so it was actually starting. They were starting to kind of curve, which kind of was screwing them up. But the only thing with doing a pirate ship in this yard is storage. Like those were 10-foot pieces of like 4-inch, 6-inch, whatever PVC, and it was God, that was a pain in the ass. I could store them outside, but like under the deck. But I had thought about doing that again because a lot of people liked it. But then I go back to the several years I did it in a row, and I can tell the last year I did it, I lost interest in it because it sucked. And so I'm like, if I do it again, am I gonna be interested in it again so it doesn't suck, or do I just need to let that be for a while? Because there's some people that do like pirate ships that are super awesome. That Ellen, that question is so incredibly random.
Of course it is.
I mean, just this is when we need Jabby in here to keep you amused. James, have you figured out? Are you gonna do graveyard for your theme? Have you figured it out? You can do circus.
Now graveyard.
Graveyard.
Yeah. Yep. Just go in graveyard. I came up with this like random idea for doing a prison cell out of the PVC. Just because it'd be so easy, you know. Just paint it, you know. Paint the PVC silverish, rusty copper color.
Right.
And just make a box, but I think we're just gonna stick with graveyard. And I've been feeling that vibe for a few months, so I think that's where we're going.
Well, with my yard, of course, I consider the yard to have 3 sections, 3 visible sections in the front. So I typically want to come up with 2 different themes for each side of the house and then something for the front. But I don't know. Graveyard would be cool. I mean, the pirate ship. I don't know. But I'm gonna have to figure this out pretty soon because
You would think so.
hell,
It's July.
it's middle, yeah, it's middle of July. Um, because one of the things I know I'm gonna do because every year I keep saying I'm gonna do it is I want to put a service line not in the middle of the side yard, but I want to bury a PVC pipe that actually has DC electric, AC electric, audio cables, and then control cables. That would be permanent, and make sure it's sealed off so like it literally never gets any water in it. But that's one of the things I've thought about for years. Never happened.
Yeah, our issues in the front. We've got so many damn trees with roots are just massive.
Fortunately, well, you've seen. Fortunately, the main yard there's no utilities, there's no roots, it's just dirt.
Yeah.
13, yeah, the pirate ship. I cheated on the pirate ship because the pirate ship is designed to look completely submerged except for the masts. So you don't see any of the wood around it. You know what it is, because I think the main mast ended up being a little under 30 feet tall.
I was gonna say it was huge. you could tell in the pictures it was big.
20. Well, it was taller than the house. Matter of fact, when I was putting it up, I'm like, wait a minute, I got to figure out, like, if this thing were to fall on the house, would it hit the house? And that's why I did it the way I did it, was so that the main mast, if it should happen to fall towards the house, it wouldn't hit the house. I think it would have still hit the house. but yeah, like I said, all the pipes on that they've been gone for a few years because they had to all be replaced anyway. So if I did it again, I would really, really, really want to super deck out like around it. But people liked it because it wasn't a full size pirate ship, but it was pretty damn big. It wasn't like some small like Home Depot decoration. But I don't know. I need to solidify what I want to do. I don't think I want to do a graveyard this year. Really, what I was thinking about doing was a full size voodoo shack, like not just a facade.
Yeah.
That to me, like, literally have 3 sides to it. No back, but just 3 sides. But once again, that's to do it full size, and it would be full size. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of storage. I have to think about storage just because I'm already storing a bunch of stuff as it is.
I want to do one that's like the first Thanksgiving, but it's gone wrong. And so all the pilgrims became the food. I don't feel like this is a proper year for it.
Well, it's not a pandemic. It's a cannibalism. That's different. I mean, we haven't gotten to that point yet. Well, I had thought about, a lot of people do Nightmare Before Christmas because if you do that, you can leave it up like for months.
Yeah.
And then it becomes your Christmas decorations. But I do know, total side note, I do know I'm doing Krampus. Whatever I do, decoration wise for Christmas, it will be Krampus themed. I'm going to have a spooky Christmas. And I'm going to do Krampus. I'm also going to do Festivus.
For the rest of us?
For the rest of us, because that's ultra easy. I've got the pole right now. I'll just jam it in the ground. but knowing what's going on these days, people will actually use it and they'll come out and start beating the hell out of each other in my yard. But see, I'd also thought about. I really, really want to get into the Pixel LED, the addressable LEDs, and I thought about just doing nothing but a bunch of cool stuff with lights and decorations and stuff like that. But I'm like, well, I gotta do something creepy. It's a creepy yard.
I got all those freaking wrought iron fences. I would love to have those right now, by the way.
Oh, the ones in my yard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those actually may get moved. They're gonna get moved. The ones that are up right up, they are gonna get moved. So they may actually be incorporated. I tell you what, they're heavier than hell though. Yeah, Danny, I know everybody said I should host HHN this year, but for one, turkey leg machines are not allowed in my yard, and I think that's a prerequisite of having HHN is you have to have a turkey leg machine.
Yep. They got to get the scent for rotting flesh somewhere.
Yeah, gross. That I could do that without a turkey leg machine. So that's actually that would probably be a good question for us to ask the masses. Like, we need you to decorate. What you gonna do? Are you just gonna do the porch light? Are you gonna do this, any other, or what you gonna do? That'd be an interesting question.
Yeah, I want to encourage people to decorate this year too. Like every stream, we need to encourage it more and more.
Yes. I agree.
Because a lot of people, like we said, all sad about the possibility of them not being able to do their usual Halloween stuff, but there's still a million things you can do to keep the spirit of Halloween going. And it'd still be fun.
Even a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you just put out.
Like I said, dude, amazing! Right there. We're gonna do a jack-o'-lantern carving night where we have people carve jack-o'-lanterns on the stream.
Oh, there you go. I will not be participating because I will accidentally slice my fingers off. No, I'm kidding, because I haven't done that. Actually, I just thought about that. I need to actually start ordering some carvable pumpkins.
We've got a bunch growing in our yard.
Oh, you got a bunch of pumpkins growing?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yep. Started last year. We threw the ones out in the back, and they started growing. And then this year we did the same thing, and there's a bunch back there. So
that's super cool. I would do something like that in my yard, but they'd all die or something.
Yeah, down there for sure. Luckily, we live up north where pumpkins do grow healthy.
Yeah, we have to rely on Walmart. And it's funny, every year I keep thinking to myself, I'm going to buy a real pumpkin this year. I'm going to carve it. I'm like, that's cool and all, but.
Yeah, Florida is not the place for pumpkins.
No. My deal too is there's a lot of squirrels around here, and I'd carve a real pumpkin and they just carry it off down the street.
Yeah, of course I freaking pinned to eat the treat. It's too good to not. It's gonna be the thing for the rest of this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of many mottos.
Yes. My mom was definitely the one that threw a pumpkin in the backyard.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's funny. But hell, if there's pumpkins growing, that's cool as hell. I mean, that's the way to do it. Like I said, I would do something like that. I mean, I can grow like basil and rosemary. But yeah, to grow a pumpkin, no. Not so much, unless I still had my greenhouse, but I don't even know if that would work. I don't know. I don't know anything about growing pumpkins.
I can tell you
grow
from experience, just throw it in the yard. It'll do its
Yeah,
thing.
but that's your yard. I throw it in my yard. It'd be like, yeah, who knows? I mean, I don't know. I can grow hickory trees and live oaks.
We literally have a Christmas tree growing and pumpkins growing. And we also have corn. Caitlin's been growing a bunch of corn. One got so tall it just fell over because it wasn't ready for the winds.
Was that growing on purpose or just y'all throw like?
That was her thing she's been doing. Her and my mom go back there and they plant things.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
I don't cultivate things.
Hey, Keith. No, I don't. I definitely do not.
Hey, Keith. The funny thing about my yard is apparently the water table here is pretty high. So apparently if I wanted to dig a well, I could do it relatively easy or something. So I could water the bejesus out of stuff. That's where I was going with that. I'm going to say that the mermaid ride is really broke.
Yeah, it wasn't just a bubble that set off the ride.
Yeah. Tell us more about different Halloween props you've had in years past. Shit.
We don't have all night.
Yeah, my God. Danny, I've done a lot of stuff.
Yes, you can say God damn it right now, Keith.
Yes, it's Friday After Dark, Keith. You just go to town, man.
He is pink again. I don't know why that happens to him every stream. Everyone else is green or various shades of green. He's fucking pink.
Mr. Dolos is having his way with you. Danny, I like I said, I've never had anything expensive. I've either built it or modified or, like I said, my favorite thing to do, like a lot of people, is 90% off every place I can go. And I'll tell you a secret. I personally like Big Lots. Big Lots has a lot of really cool stuff. They are a little bit more expensive than they should be for the stuff, but that's why I wait till 50, 75, 90% off. And I have a friend that he's assistant manager at the best one we've got in town. And for years, he's like, Mike, it's at 50. Mike, it's at 75. He'll send me a message. They've got some cool stuff. I also like, oh God, here's a story for you. I like going to Waterfront Mission and Goodwill and grabbing old electronic toys and stripping them down for their part. And I've scared some kids and adults doing that because they'll ask me like, sir, what are you gonna do with that? I'm like, I'm gonna rip its guts out. Ooh, I've done that a few times, and it's like, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Keith, man, Big Lots really. Also, Home Depot. The Home Depot's a little bit expensive, but Big Lots has got some really cool, everywhere from $5 to $20 electronic-y things. The small props, things you can put in your house and stuff. But
yeah, Home Depot had that dragon last year that was freaking awesome. It was expensive as all hell, but it was pretty damn cool.
Yeah. And I personally like going to that. Of course, anybody that's listened to this damn thing knows that I despise Spirit Halloween. Despise it because all their stuff is crap anyway. Unless you go dumpster diving behind the Spirit Halloween store and you get an enormous amount of stuff out of their dumpsters for free, even if it's broken.
I don't know that I've ever seen the backside of a Spirit store.
Well, you probably don't. You probably have enough common sense not to go behind there. I would run with some crowds where that's what that's what you did. Actually, we went where Spirit has normally been in this town. It's next to like Party City and Halloween City, and uh, there's a Big Lots up there too. So we would go with flashlights um, and dumpster dive. I personally didn't go in the dumpster because I wouldn't be able to get back out. But um, and you don't just grab everything that's in there. So basically, what I would tell everybody is like, "Nah, leave it, chunk it. Oh yeah, hand it over. Yeah. Find the other piece of this. Blah blah blah." So that's what I would do. One time, I think it was Halloween City. They had, I swear to God, this it was a Frankenstein, and it had to been, God, it had to have been 25 foot tall. It was a blow up.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was huge. They threw it away. It's like I guess maybe what they used on top of the building or whatever. But it was in pristine shape. I'm like, yeah, grab it, grab the blower, grab everything. We got it, plugged it in, didn't work. I'm like, give me the plug. It was the fuse. It was the fuse plug. The fuse and the plug. And it's something I carry a ton of them, and blammo, it was running again. So it was like this huge, awesome lit up Frankenstein. Yes, Keith, the wolves were cool.
I used to.
Defense.
We had a little like it was like a 4 foot tall Frankenstein that we put in the our village, for our Halloween village. And back when I used to, when I had my Halloween and Christmas website, where I would live stream the stuff, and you could like you could inflate and deflate the Frankenstein.
Right.
That was always fun. I miss doing that, but just I haven't done website stuff in so long.
Well, it's gotten pretty easy, especially if you use WordPress.
Oh, I can imagine.
And there's all kinds of stuff that I mean the plugins that for WordPress and the themes are just outstanding. Maybe something to try this year, something maybe not interactive per se, or maybe interactive since you're doing the Arduino stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm striving to get some type of interactive thing on the site. I don't know. We'll see.
Keith said he said Halloween City didn't open for him last year. I think it was open here. But you know what? I'm going to shut my mouth on that because honestly, last year I didn't leave my house during that period because I was doing I was actually building quite a bit of stuff here at the house that I hadn't done in a year or two. So I say Halloween City wasn't open. I know Spirit Halloween was open, but yippee damn Skippy. Halloween City is actually all right, but they're expensive. But if you can find these places that have unlocked containers in the back, you can dumpster dive for some awesome stuff. Some places they'll actually rent the shredders, so they'll put the stuff in the shredder, and it's like literally you can't. It's locked and it's destroyed. The year that I worked for, it was a quick story. I don't know if I may have told the story already. The year I worked for Spirit Halloween, there was this is back when Spirit wasn't, and some of the other ones weren't, so they didn't really care about the stuff that got thrown away. And the business model for Spirit Halloween was it's not a franchise. I think that they're buying up all the mom and pop Spirit Halloweens, but at least they have the ones here. But they're not a franchise model. They're a consignment shop. So if you wanted to open up a Spirit Halloween, you had to buy everything up front, have money, operating money, and you had to prove it. Well, sometimes Spirit Halloween would be like, we'll buy back the stuff at the end of the year that you don't sell. We'll store it. Some of it they won't, especially if it's stuff that they've discontinued. So you might buy like 20 of something and, oh, no, that's discontinued. We don't want that back. And typically they don't let you sell it the next year. If Spirit Halloween is not going to sell it because it's discontinued, they don't want you as a consignment shop owner selling it. And so that's a lot of people don't know that part about why stuff gets thrown away. Some of it is it just breaks and it's crap, or people will return it and they're like, well, this is just crap, it's worthless to begin with. But a lot of it had to do with like if you were dumpster diving at a Spirit Halloween and you're like, oh my God, there's 10 complete costumes never opened. And you're like, why? People always were like, why the hell did they throw this away? And it's basically because Spirit was discontinuing it. They didn't want to buy it back. And they wouldn't let you sell it. So,
I can't even remember the last time I've been into a Spirit. It's probably been, I want to say 5 years, I think, since I've been in a Spirit Halloween store. And it's not like I don't have the same like hatred for them that you have. I just it pisses me off when I go into them because everything is so cheaply made and expensive that I'm just like, no, fuck this.
Yeah. No, that's why, like I said, when Keith, yes, it's inconsistent about the spray painting because, like I said, some of the back in the day, some of the Spirit Halloween stores were owned by corporate. They found the building, they opened it up, they had the capital, they they got da. But a lot of places were consignment shops, not franchises. So if you may get to a Spirit Halloween that, yes, they are like, they spent the money on spray paint and spray painted the hell out of stuff. Excuse me, sorry about that. But a home haunter or whatever would be like, okay, I don't care, I'm going to break it apart anyway. So they would still get it. Or they would open the packages of the costumes and just explode them all over the dumpster. But you would get some places where the people that worked there were just lazier than hell, and the consignment owners would be like, I don't give a damn what, just throw it in there. And then the people typically are super lazy that work there, because towards the end when they're closing up, the people that are still employed, I'm just going to outright say it, the people, and you can go on Glassdoor, you can see this, you can read this online, but the people who are still employed at Spirit Halloween for the breakdown, because they let everybody else go, are the ass kissers. They're the ones that have either super kissed the asses of the management or super kissed the asses of the people that own the consignment store. They may have been the ones that worked the absolute least while it was open, but because they kiss ass. So sometimes they'll just throw it in there. My story is, when I worked at the Spirit I did here, there was a lot of stuff that was getting ready to be chunked. And everybody was so lazy. Yes, I think we will follow Keith Allen. They were so lazy that like they didn't even want to walk it to the dumpster, which the Spirit that when I worked, it was a Kmart. It was an old Kmart building. So it was a huge building. You had to walk this stuff like 5,000 miles just to throw it away. And they had put it out all on the floor, everything that was going to be thrown away. The people that owned the consignment, they're like, nope, we're just going to toss it. Nobody else there wanted any of it. And there was some awesome stuff. I literally packed my car stem to stern with everything that I could take, which was about 99% of it. I left the absolute crap and told them I'll throw this away for everybody. I almost could not get in my car to drive it home. So, and I couldn't make 2 trips because this was like they were having to hand the keys to the building. I had literally, they said that day, like, well, our storage is packed up, blah, blah. So I literally packed, and holy crap, to this day, I'm finding stuff that I forgot I had just from that haul. So that's my long-winded story about Spirit Halloween and dumpster diving. Nowadays, especially if it's a corporate owned, which I think years ago, Spirit Halloween said they were going to be buying up all the consignment people, and because there's a lack of consistency with the consignment shops. But now they'll spend the extra money to get the shredder dumpsters or the locking dumpsters, or they'll put cameras by the dumpster and they make it illegal to go dumpster diving. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. They did the same
Anyway,
thing
that's
with
my story.
GameStop. GameStop used
Oh,
to
did
throw
they?
out games and controllers and systems and everything. You could go back there. You get all kinds of cool like promotional like standees and everything. And then everybody started putting it on YouTube, and they stopped that pretty quick.
Well,
But
yeah.
that that'd be so cool to have a Halloween. So like Keith said, to have a Halloween store where you put the best stuff in there. Like it'd be cool to have a place where people that made stuff could go and then like set the price, and then you just do the consignment for them there. That'd be awesome.
Oh, sure. Well, I think we talked several episodes ago that especially this year with the vendors that typically sell a bunch of stuff to the big haunts and stuff. I know they can easily maybe not make the same thing for a much cheaper price because it would just be a cheaper item. Plus, the stuff they make is just amaze balls, but they have the ability to scale everything down. And instead of spending $250 on a zombie prop that moves its head and the eyeballs sometimes will light up, you could spend that money and have somebody here in the United States make it, who probably got the idea stolen from by the overseas manufacturers.
Yeah.
I think that there's a pretty good sized market for not every vendor, because some vendors literally they are only geared up for the massive welded humongous 15 20 30 foot tall $40,000 animatronic kind of stuff. But I really think that I think there's a big market for it, and I think there probably 90 some odd percent of home haunts don't know that these vendors exist. I mean, they literally all they know is a few aisles at Walmart and a few aisles at Target, and then of course Spirit Halloween. That's why they get so damn excited for Spirit Halloween and Halloween City and all these other places. They don't know that there are right now people that you can buy amazing mask from that would last more than one season. It may cost you twice as much as you go and pay at Spirit Halloween, but it'll last you for years, with proper care.
Yeah. That's
a lot of people do that.
That's the beginning of Haunters Anonymous consignments. You got a design you want to sell, let us know.
Yeah, there you go. Let's just throw one more idea
right
on the plate.
Might as well.
Why not? Let's just buffet the hell out of ourselves until but no, I thoroughly believe it's also the same thing though. With like Keith and Vic and all the other play 13 Skeletons, the same thing. There's people that make things that are super cool for themselves and maybe their neighbor, but there'd be big money in it if they could maybe make a limited quantity of 20. Come up with something one year, like let's say, all right, well, here's the idea I've got that I want to sell next year. And you make a model of it and you put it out there. And then for a full year, you say, look, I'm going to be making 20 of these or 30 or 40 or 50. And they're going to go for $250 a piece. And that's it. That's it for the production of the year. There were people that would clamor for it if there was the ability to get groups of people that would do it, sell this, build the stuff and sell the stuff. And then the ability to consolidate an area, which we could do, for a storefront and sell it. And, like I said, make them limited edition. Make it, I'm only doing 10. This is a pain in the butt to make. I'm going to do 10 of them. I'm going to sell them for $500 or whatever. You made yourself $5,000.
Yeah.
I mean, and it maybe cost you, maybe cost you $100 in material and time to build it. Or maybe you're somebody that doesn't put the the time in with the cost, which is naughty, but sorry, I'm reading what Keith said.
That's a cool idea. I would visit that place frequently if it was around me.
Oh, sure.
Year-round haunt, monster mini golf, full-size prop house, built-in doors for storage. That's a big building.
That would be, yeah, that you're looking at a building that's probably the size of a full-fledged Walmart building, which is cool. But yeah, you're talking because you also have to have storage space and everything else.
There you go, Keith. There's your idea, man.
Yeah, totally. You should totally market your stuff. See, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people that will copy what other people do, and that's to me naughty. But there's still people that have some very unique ideas that haven't been brought out yet. Kind of like Hunters Anonymous. Woo! Excuse me, with our very full plate. But I think this year, like we've said before, I think this year it's been an extremely rough year for a lot of people. But sometimes hardship propagates innovation.
Oh yeah.
So multiple things can cultivate innovation, but what's the adage? Necessity is the mother of all invention. So I think this is a good year for it. I mean, we're in the middle of July, so you folks, if y'all going to do some stuff, you better hurry the hell up.
And not even just July, but like middle through, 3/4 through July.
Yes, we're chugging through July.
We're rocketing towards August.
But the interesting thing is, if you look at the model that places like, Transworld, Midwest Haunters, HauntCon, and the other ones do. I mean, HauntCon, they started off in January, so it's not like, it's literally a year-round type thing. Because Halloween's year-round. I mean, like I said, HauntCon starts in January, and then Midwest Haunters and Transworld, all the other ones. So it could be the same thing for home haunters or small vendors. Don't wait till like, oh well, I'll start seeing if people want this stuff in September. There's plenty of people that think about Halloween like us year round. Let me do a quick. If I go silent for a minute.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be back to normal next year, so we'll actually be able to get to some conventions. Because we do plan on being at conventions. Just obviously not this year. Maybe not next year. Who knows?
Well, yeah, I mean, there we go. Sorry, I had to send a text, everybody. My neighbor's girlfriend is popping her baby out right now, so he's got to. Oh, y'all know. Now you know something that's not haunt related. So anyway, he's just letting me know to keep my eye out on the house. And text sent. My attention reapplied to Haunters Anonymous. Hopefully the baby comes out tonight or tomorrow because it's already late. So they've induced. And now there's more things, So, yes, I mean, next year is still, people think like, hell with it. This virus will be gone this year, vaccines. Well, I mean, they're saying the vaccine will come out early next year, and you're talking about billions of people that really need to be shot up with it. That's still a lot of time. So, not to be a naysayer or whatever, but next year I don't think is either going to be back to rainbows and unicorns either. I'm hoping that it's much better than this year, unless the Yellowstone caldera decides to blow its ass up.
In which case, we're having a really big Halloween party.
Yeah. Um, a warehouse and an indoor mansion. Um, yeah, killing it during the zombie apocalypse. We should be so lucky if we had a zombie apocalypse instead of this mess. Um, I think even I would get into it. I still wouldn't watch The Walking Dead. Sorry, Jay, but
I don't know. I've seen a lot of brain dead zombies walking around lately, so
that is the absolute damn truth. I saw some today. That's the other reason why I'm discombobulated. I had to go back out of my house again.
ugh.
Yay! Yes, 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 yes. Thank God I don't have to do that for a few days. But I think that for some of these amazing home haunters that have done some amazing home haunt props that are very unique, I've never seen anything like them. They're highly marketable. They're highly sellable. I say, why not, if you're going to build one, build 10. Just buy 10 amounts of the part and do your bit and make yourself some money. Make yourself some candy money.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
I just,
go
ahead.
It's super rare, the whole Halloween this year with being on a Saturday, clocks going back, full moon. It's super awesome. I'm excited for it. And if there's no trick or treaters, then I'm just keeping all the candy for myself. So
that's what freezers are for. That's what my freezer's for. I purposely make sure that at least half of my freezer is empty. for either the Halloween candy I did not give out or the Halloween candy that I will punch an adult in the face for 75% off if they touch it and I don't get it first. I'm kidding. I don't punch people for candy. At least nothing on video. I'm kidding.
Oh, that's a good question. Are you going to do it this year with the going into a store
for candy?
Well, yeah.
Wait,
you may have to this year.
No. Sorry, James. What now?
with the whole store situation being the way it is, are you gonna venture to get your Halloween deals after Halloween?
James, I didn't do it last year. And there was no pandemic last year. But the long answer to this question is, I might, but it would only be for Big Lots. Because the Big Lots that I go to now exclusively for most of my food to stay away from the crowd, they're extremely clean. Like I said, I know the assistant manager. He tells me when things are happening. I don't dumpster dive anymore. So I'm not doing any of that stuff. Home Depot, people are ferocious at Home Depot. You either have to know when they're going to go on discount and be at the store before they open to get it. And I'm just too old and I'm too tired for that mess. So I didn't do it last year anywhere except Big Lots, and it was sporadically because my cup runneth over here at the house. If I'm literally I'm in a small subdivision. We give out treat bags loaded. Kids get paid at my house. And there you go. That's what it should be. So long story long is, if I do this year, it will only be at Big Lots, and I'll be very discriminatory on what I get. When I actually say that I go and do not, like Walgreens used to have and CVS used to have some really cool stuff, especially Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. And from what I could tell, they haven't been all that great the past few years. And I have, let me think for a minute here, because I use purple and orange totes so I can differentiate between everything else. But I'm telling you, not last year, but the year before that, I hit 5 Walgreens, and 2 CVS's at 90% off. And I was non-discriminatory. Like literally, I cleared them out. Whatever was on the shelves was in the buggy.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking. I mean, party cups, napkins, the cheap dollar bag things, and blah blah. And unfortunately, I didn't even confine myself to my own city. I went to 2 years ago. I went to Clearwater, Florida, with my parents, in very early November. And here's a pretty effed up story for you. I told my parents we had 2 rooms at this hotel, and I said, "Hey, could we stop at it was a CVS or something, because I wanted to get like a few Cokes or something. It was like something innocuous, just some beef jerky or something." And they're like, "Sure, we're not going to go in. Just run in there and get what you need." I go in there, and I was in there 5 minutes, and I walked out with 5 bags stuff. I was the only person in there, and I was running, grabbing stuff, throwing it on the counter. The person was laughing their ass off. I think I got the stuff at 95% off. And they were so quick, it just beep, 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 beep. I mean, literally, I was in there 5 minutes and bought hundreds of dollars worth of stuff for a couple of dollars. And
we don't have that, dude. I don't get it. Up here, we can't find any of that stuff. Last 2 years I've looked, can't find it.
Well, maybe because I'm buying it all. Maybe I come up to where you live. I'm just kidding. But no, I did. I jumped back in the Jeep, and my parents were like, "What in the unholy hell did you buy?" And buy that quickly. And I just started opening up. And of course, my parents are huge into Halloween. We were in the parking lot for like 15 minutes while they were rummaging through my stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my long ass winded story for a short question. If I do this year, it will be only at that Big Lots. And that's it. I'm not impressed with the stuff that Target has. It's kind of kitschy, kind of foo-foo stuff.
Sparkly letters and crap.
Sparkly, yeah. Here's a trick to Home Depot. Watch them online right now. I'll buy on sale. Well, yeah, I can see that, Keith. That's actually good. But there again, I mean, if I don't limit myself, thank God, like I said, Target is like 90% glittery shit. So, and glitter is like just a pet peeve of mine. It's not just even something I don't like. It's a pet peeve of mine. It's the same thing with CVS, same thing. Now, CVS will sometimes have some awesome, huge ceramic pumpkins and stuff that I'll gladly pay full price for. They're like $20 because they're worth like 50 as far as I'm concerned. Let's see, Halloween is in the air. I look on TV and the Shining Friday.
That's awesome,
on
man.
air.
So cool. So we're getting all the horror movies right now. Exciting.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about getting Shudder. But there's an odd thing I don't think Mark knows about Shudder. And it's kind of hard to figure out where you want to actually get your subscription. So anyway, James, to answer your question, sorry about the long winded. That's pretty much it. Like I said, right now I've got stuff that I've gotten so much, I forget about it. I get awesome deals. So I really, 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 really have to, I have to be careful. I have to be careful because I've just got so much. I mean, like literally, if you said, "Hey, Mike, do you have a blah, 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 blah?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure I do. Let me go rummage." And it's, "Oh yeah, it's still in the package. It's still brand new." So anyway, how about you? Are you going to buy a bunch of stuff at stores this year?
We can't find them, man. I don't know what it is up here. It's like they're just like, no, we don't do that.
In general.
Yeah.
Not just
last 2 years in a row. Last 2 years, I've gone the morning after I've gone 2 days after. I've gone 3 days after. Nothing. Not a single sale. It's like they pack it up and they just save it for the next year.
But there's
I went-
stuff that you can buy, like even if it wasn't on sale. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
but it's
find
still
Halloween
full
stuff.
price, or it's like
Oh, okay.
5% off or some ridiculous shit like that. And I'm talking. I went Walmart, Home Depot, Walgreens. What was? We went to a just a shit ton of places the last 2 years, and nowhere can we find. They'll do the candy. You can get the candy for like 35 to 40% off, or if you wait like a week, it'll go down to like 90% off for the candy. But that's all you're getting is candy.
Well, see, now that's interesting because here is complete opposite. Like the stuff will go on sale 25, 50, 75, then 90. And then, like I say, if you know the people work at the store, they'll go up to 95%. But candy, nope. Candy is like it'll stay regular price for a while and then goes down just a little bit and then it disappears. Like there is no gradual. There's no. I've seen Easter crap and some Christmas stuff go 90%, but Halloween stuff, it's super rare. I mean, it's super rare, and it's usually the super cheap, ultra weird chocolate that's in. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but in the little bags like the pirate coins that are like little chocolate things. Those will, but here the candy stays pretty high price for a while.
Yeah, we don't have freaking Michael's, Joann's. We have one Home Depot. There's no Party City around here. I mean, if we traveled like 30 minutes north, there is, but there's really none around my immediate area. I don't even know where the hell there's a Michael's around here.
We have a Michael's, Hobby Lobby. We had a Joann's Fabric. Of course, I think they went bust completely. And Michael's is cute, but like I said, over the years, yeah, like Key said there, they started putting the devil's tears on everything, and I'm like, it's glitters all over the damn. I remember one time I went to speaking of glitter and Halloween, I went to Dollar Tree, and they had a few little things here and there. They were cute for $1, like little lanterns and stuff. I was not paying attention. I sat them down on the belt. There's somebody in front of me, and I swear to God, she jerked the belt, and everything just kind of tilted over. And I looked down, and somebody before me had bought all of the glittery Halloween stuff, and my stuff rolled in it like a fish fry. Like literally, my stuff just was rolling around in the glitter, and I'm like, I'll be right back. And I just left it on there, and I said, that's nasty. And she laughed too, because it was every damn where. And I went and got, and there's a couple people behind me, and I kept them in my hand, and I handed them straight to her, and she's like, didn't even put them on the belt. I'm like, it's insane. The amount of glitter that, God, just, oh my God. And everybody that knows me for years, well, yeah, Keith, they do have some good pieces. You're right. They have some pieces that like paint yourself things. They have some really cool wooden things that, my 7-inch pad is losing its mind. But it's just, I can't, oh my God. I had friends from years ago, I still know them and all, but they thought it was funny that they would direct me down an aisle full of glittery stuff. And I was like, oh, what'd you see down here? And they would throw things at me. And I always wear black. And so I'm walking around with frickin' rainbow.
Moonlighting as a stripper, were you?
Do what?
Moonlighting as a stripper, were you?
I might as well have been. I could have been. I could have made some money in the middle of the store. So yeah, I have to be. All right, something's going on with I have to restart my pad. So if I've missed anything,
well, I mean, we're at an hour and 44 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I was a few minutes late. Seems like it's been on. I'm just kidding.
So we can essentially we can wrap this up if you want, if you're having technical issues.
Well, just with the pad, I think it's getting warm. So, um, Christmas. Um,
Well, we've got a picture on our page. There's a couple of them. I know I took one. I think you took one. Inside Target, where it was literally left side of the aisle was Halloween, right side of the aisle was Christmas, and they
oh
were
yeah, I
like,
mean, I think we've both. I mean, I've done. I mean, Big Lots did that last year. I think I took a picture last year. Big Lots, literally, like the back wall was all Christmas stuff, and they had all the remnant Halloween stuff on a little island in front of it. And I'm like, good lord! And it was at a really good price, but I literally I had to restrain myself. I'm just like this. Just no, no, Mike, you don't. No, you've probably got enough party stuff for Halloween for the last 10 years. I don't need another 10 packs of Halloween napkins for the equivalent of $1. Um, I mean, I'm literally just like, that's the way I get when I, but the encroachment sucks. The encroachment does suck.
I love Christmas, by the way. Like I don't want to hate on Christmas. I know the Halloween crowd is generally split. You either hate it or you love it. I'm on the side of Christmas, so like we always did. We always had a actually have a Christmas dedicated website also. So, but to me, it's annoying when I'm, you know, there's no need for Christmas trees to be out at October 2nd.
No, I've seen live ones out months in advance, and I'm like, well, those are nothing but like matches.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that the major retailers know really how much money there is in Halloween. It's like they do and they don't. It's like, okay, we're going to barf all the Halloween stuff out right now, buy everything. And then if you don't, we're going to put it on sale like a week before Halloween. And then we just want to start throwing Christmas stuff up. Well, Christmas is big retail wise, but Halloween is huge. And I just don't think a lot of, even like people like Walmart and Home Depot, no. I mean, they'll put out cool stuff, but it's like, well, you could put the stuff out for a while. Now there's some places I don't have around here that's starting to put Halloween stuff up that I'd love to. Some of the stuff that I've seen from At Home or whatever, some of these stores, which we don't have here. I'm like, geez, I'd love to have some of that stuff, but we don't have those stores here.
Yeah.
So,
but June, start putting Halloween stuff out. Go up until after Halloween, like the first week in November, Christmas. That's when you run it. Run it until after New Year's. Then take a little bit of time for Easter and Valentine's Day, and then kick it right back into Halloween.
Right. I mean, I know Spirit Halloween store, they start setting up in late August to be open in September. So they know. Of course, it's a dedicated store. So they're like, well, yeah, we need a couple of months. But I don't know. Like I said, I still to this day shop in my own house and in my barn, quote unquote. And still I'm amazed at like, oh, well, I'm glad I put this in a tote because it would be totally ruined by now if I didn't. But it's practically new. I might as well use it. I've opened a tote before and it had stuff in it that was like really heavy plastic. Like sometimes you get like something that's plastic and it just still has that off the manufacturer's thing smell to it. And I've opened totes up that I thought I'm going to probably die from this smell. Because I bought it at 90% off, a couple of them, and they still had that chemically plastic smell. And then I put them in a tight container for X amount of years. It's like opening up an Egyptian tomb.
Some cancer vapors there for sure.
I'm sitting there just like, okay, well, my eyes are watering. So, and guess what I do? I'm like, well, let me just close this back up and I'll deal with it next year. And 2 years after that, I'm like, I open it up. I'm like, what's in here? I'm like, oh my God.
You know what I love? I know simple Halloween decoration that always had a distinct smell. They were those little ghosts that you would have that hung from a string. They're like little plastic balls underneath. And they made that noise and they would shake violently as they're doing it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My great grandmother had one of those, and she always hung it out in front of her house there. That noise to me is so nostalgic. It's unbelievable. I hated the sound of it. I still really don't like it, but it's so nostalgic now that like when I hear it, I kind of get excited.
Well, see, now what I'm going to have to do is send you a package arbitrarily.
If I open it and it makes that noise, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy.
It may not be that exact thing, but it'll have like a light sensor on it, so when you open it up, it'll immediately start going off. Because I guarantee you, I'm sure I probably even have those in here somewhere.
I have a couple of them. I know they're packed up somewhere. It's like it does the two tones of the noise.
Yeah, and you know that noise has been around for forever, ever since they could start putting that noise in electronics.
Yeah, that's I love
Yeah.
those, man. I the sound I don't really care for, but it's gotten to the point where it's so nostalgic that I get excited hearing it.
It's amazing how something so small can be so loud.
Yeah, yeah, and so jarring too. Like you're just like, God, what the hell?
I may have to find that MP3 online and just play it during the stream one night. And see, for me, because I've accumulated so many thit's that use so many different types of weird ass batteries. That's one of the things I constantly. Now I'm one of those people that refrigerates my batteries. So it's a 50-50. Some people say it doesn't help. Some people say it does. I guarantee you it actually does increase their shelf life, especially if you vacuum pack them or keep the moisture out. But that's a whole other live stream about batteries. But I'll actually go on eBay and let me tell you, I know my batteries too. So much so that now for years, a lot of people will call me up. Hey, Mike, I got a blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's a so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. And they'll say, do you have it? I'm like, absolutely, I have it. And I'll pull it out of the refrigerator and start thawing it for them. There's a friend of mine who he goes to, him and his wife go to garage sales and stuff. And he loves getting old watches for nothing. It stopped working. It doesn't matter, old, new, digital, analog, whatever. And I met them years ago, and we were talking about this kind of stuff. And I'm telling you, every once in a while he'll call me up, Mike, I've got this watch, and it's got a blah 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 blah. You got one? I'm like, hell yeah, come down and get it. But I keep a cavalcade of different batteries of every conceivable size here at the house in the refrigerator. So any of the electronics, especially whether it's a Halloween or Christmas, I'll have the battery for my parents. My parents for Halloween and Christmas, they go through AG13s like water, because majority of everything they own, they've bought or I've given them combinations, so many electronic things, tea light candles, those little ghosts, and I mean, so I just know that around middle September, I'll buy 250 packs of AG13s from eBay. Takes about a week and a half to get them, and I bring them to my parents, and that's just for Halloween. And then beginning of November, I'll buy, maybe 150 pack of AG13s, and that's for Christmas. There you go. There's little stories that nobody asked for, but now you all know it. So there you go.
There's the sound. It's on the stream right now. You won't be able to hear it, but
okay. Love that shit. Love it. Love it.
I love that, dude. I don't know. Like I said, I always hated the sound, but it's so nostalgic to me that like.
See, that sound to you is like patchouli to me for Halloween. That was live streams ago, but the smell of patchouli for me is Halloween. And that sound. And then there's a record that I actually now have a copy of the record, but I also have it digitized, and my parents have it. And it's called Ghost Stories with Sound Effects. And there's like 13 stories on it. And I can recite each one of those stories. You start playing it, and I can actually sit there and recite each one of those stories.
Did you see
And,
what Keith said about Cracker Barrel?
No, I had to shut down the tablet, so I can't see anybody.
Oh, okay. Keith said all the Cracker Barrel stuff must come from China, so no Halloween from them this year. They're going straight to Christmas. He said
Well,
his lady called and spoke to manager, and they're not doing Halloween stuff this year.
oh, whoa. Well, I mean, a lot of Christmas does too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sorry, Cracker Barrel. Maybe you should start buying from the United States.
Danny said she loves your stories, but nobody else
Thanks,
probably
Danny.
does. So, and then she put winky face.
Probably. And of course, Ellen doesn't like them unless I have to include Jabby somewhere in there.
But we're at 10:55, so that puts us at almost 2 hours right now.
Oh, wow. Well,
I know if you want to round out at 2 hours, just cut it off at 11 or 10 your time.
Yeah. We can do that. Once again, we figured this would last an hour, but we did promise everybody double the fun since we weren't around on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I
think you did get your stream back.
Yeah, there you go. You are now you're now compensated for one stream. Yeah, sorry I was late. That is very rare. If I had my phone with me when I was outside, I would have known. But I didn't. So I got in as quick as I could. Obviously, still Mark's mermaid ride is very broken. So don't anybody go to Disney tomorrow expecting the mermaid ride to be working. Sorry, Mark. But yeah, we'll round it out. Once again, thank you to everyone. Lots of information, lots of cool stuff. As always, we plan on it being a short amount of time, and next thing you know, we're having a blast because of y'all. And then everybody gets to hear my boring ass 15-minute long stories multiple times. But yeah, thanks to everybody. We will definitely see you on Sunday because we don't want to get people upset again because we didn't do anything on a live stream. There is one caveat with that, and I'll tell James while we're on it. I do not know. This is the weekend I go see my parents. I don't know if they want me to come tomorrow or Sunday. If for some reason I go see them Sunday, I will not be able to be on the stream at 9 o'clock. I don't get home until 9 o'clock my time, which is 10 o'clock James's time. So we'll see how it goes. That's just kind of a caveat for this weekend. I have a feeling I'm gonna go see him tomorrow. But
well, I mean, if you're not around, you're not around. We can't do anything about that. Like just the nature of it. I get. But let's say if you can't do it Sunday, we'll move it to Monday just for this week. Whatever.
Yeah.
Make sure we'll get into 3.
We don't want to deprive anybody, for God's sakes, of me rambling on about fucking batteries. But God help you all if you don't hear my battery stories. But yeah, we'll let you know. So I apologize on that. But yeah, if I can't be here Sunday, we'll definitely move it to Monday. We'll let everybody know. Mark will be happy because he'll be off. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much. Thank you for putting up with us and letting us have 2 hours with you. You're the reason for us being here as always. You're the reason for the season. So thank you so much for me. I'm going to pass it to James.
Yep. Thank you for hanging out, though. I mean, it was a little disheveled. We were a little off, but it happens. And you guys still hung out, and it was awesome. And we appreciate everybody being like interactive and sharing stuff. It makes this so much more fun. And like I said, it really does, like, it reignites the fire every time I do this for me. And so when I start to get burnt out on it, and then we do a live show and everybody's like super fun to talk to, and things just go smoothly, then I get excited about it again, and it just constantly goes over. But yeah, this is going to be it for tonight. We appreciate it. So we will let you know. I guess you should know by tomorrow, I would assume, whether or not you're going Sunday or not. So
yeah, I'll know by 11 o'clock tomorrow.
All right, so we'll just make a post tomorrow, whether it's going to be Sunday or Monday. And then we'll see you guys either Sunday or Monday. So just make sure you hit the little notification bell there so you know when we're actually live and you don't skip it.
Because then you're in trouble.
Yeah. But thanks, guys. It's been fun. And we will talk to you either Sunday or Monday. So have a good one. And
Be excellent to each other, everybody.
eat the treat.